Yeah, dear students, good morning to all of you. Am I audible for everybody? Please confirm. Right, very good. So let us move forward to the next discussion of the subject. So yesterday, the subject is already started and we enter into the first discussion and only the heading was started. What was our heading in the last class? Yes, guys, can anybody can say that? What we started in the yesterday's class? The features of Python. The features of Python we started. What is that? Features of Python language is started. So let me go to the features of Python language. Come on, be active, be active. All of them need to respond to me. So last class we started with the introduction to Python, and then we started with features of Python. So in that features of Python, we listed all the features what Python provides. This is the one we started in the yesterday's class. If you carefully understand this part where we discussed some little bit of it, and we are entering into the biggest discussion in today's class. Carefully try to follow. So the features of language, any language, not only the something or something here, the features of language are nothing but the services or the facilities provided by the language developers. So, who is the Python software language developer? Who is the father of Python language? Rosum. Rosum, who provided the Python features in the Python language. And those features are used by you people. That means you people means language programmers, you are, for development of real-time applications. Without knowing the features, that is called services or the facilities, we can't move even one inch before. We can't do anything else. That's why we must know the features very perfectly. So Python programming provides several features, and they are one by one, I just said in the class, and we are going to discuss in detail in the classroom. So 1 or 2 days, we will discuss these features combinedly and we will enter into the programmatically in the same discussion only. Parallelly, we are going to show you practically how these things are. So first one is simple. So why Python programming is simple programming language? What are the factors behind that? What are the factors behind that? We will explain in detail now, which we will start now. Next one is Python is one of the freeware and open source. We are going to explain what is meant by freeware and what is meant by open source, how many distributions of Python are there, how many flavors of Python are there, which flavor our MNCs are using. And the next is called Python is one of the dynamically typed programming language. And dear students, dynamic language is different. Dynamically typed is different. The word typed is matters a lot. Completely different. And the second one, we will justify it how it is dynamically typed. And the next one is platform independent. What is meant by platform independent? What is the property behind that? We are going to see. Next is called portable language. What is meant by portability? What is meant by non-portability? What are the advantages of portability? Interpreted. Why it is interpreted? Why it is compilation programming language? What is the compiled programming languages? What are the interpreted programming languages? We will discuss in detail. We will go for the flowchart for interpretation. Okay, what is the meaning of compilation? What is the meaning of interpretation? We will discuss all these things in detail. Next is called high-level programming language. What is low-level programming language? What is high-level programming language? What is its advantages? Next, procedural and object-oriented. Procedural is meant for what? Object-oriented is meant for what? How many models of programming languages are there? How many paradigms are there? We need to. Extensible, embedded. These are the interrelated to each other. How we use this Python code in other languages? how can we use other language code in the Python language? We are going to see. And Python go for supporting third-party APIs. NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Scikit, SciPy. These are all called what? Different type of third-party APIs. So these are the things which we need to learn. And the first and foremost important feature, we are going for simple. Right? Ready, guys? Are you ready to start the session? Are you ready to listen the first feature of Python language? Are you alert? I just repeated what I took in the last class. I just recapitulated. Right, guys? Thank you. Thank you for your response. Let us start with what exactly language is. Simple, because technically I'm going to introduce the awareness related to the programming. Dear students, now I'm going to start. Python is one of the simple programming language. How can we say it is a simple programming language? What are the factors behind that? What is the base for that? And I can't say like others, I can't make the students to mesmerize by saying these points. Python is easy to learn, that's why it is simple. No, which is absolutely wrong. If it is easy, I will give one task to anybody. Will they solve it immediately? They can't. Python is simple. In what way? We need to go for the perfect discussion in the class. Python is one of the simple programming language due to three important technical factors. Python is simple programming language. Simple programming language. Carefully listen. You will get the perfection in today's class. Anything if I discuss, you should be perfect in that area. In the deep discussion, we will go for it. Right? Python is one of the simple programming language because of three important technical factors. Because of three important technical features, technical factors. Sir, what are those technical factors? On which basis, on which technical factors we can say Python is simple programming language? Number one. Number one. Let me talk about 3 points are available. What are those 3 points? I would like to discuss in the current classroom. Because they are coming in every moment of our Python program. Those points you must note daily. Now, always these things we must understand with the requirement basis. Means what is coming across in the industry and how Python programming can solve that problem. How Python can solve that problem. Now, for example, I am asking one question. Let us take one question I am asking. What is that question? For example, let us take some issues, some small requirements I will take. Very regularly, I will go for explaining this type of things with a different type of color charts. Suppose requirement number one, dear students, my requirement number one. Look at. And while I am explaining this, Python programming, I am comparing the Python language with other languages. Then only we can understand the beauty and fragrance of Python language. When I don't compare with other languages, you can't understand the beauty of this Python programming. So in what way I will compare? Technical comfortability, high service providing, we want to. For example, take directly. My requirement is I want to generate a calendar, a calendar for the month. Look at that calendar for the month, for a particular month, carefully try to understand, guys. You will become an extraordinary candidate in the Python, because the highest strength of the Python will present in our class in entire training division. Of course, we don't want to boost. Just I'm going to show you, because my explanation itself will boost your skills and enlighten your skills. I want to generate a calendar for a particular month, for a particular month, calendar of a particular month, month and year, month and year. for a particular month and year. Now, if I take, this is my requirement. Suppose I am asking Java programmer, do this requirement. Definitely, Java programmer will say, sir, I can do it, but I need to write 15 lines of code. 15 lines, 15 to 20 lines of code he will write. Definitely 15 lines of code he will write it. 15 lines of code. Carefully understand and also keep your intelligence also, whether sir is saying correct or not. This will touch your heart. Suppose I want to go for C programmer. I'm asking C programmer to do this task. Definitely he is saying that I need at least 35 lines of code. I need at least 35 lines of code. Or at least he will say, I don't know. Definitely you don't know this. In C language, I want to do this 35 lines of code. Now, you ask a C++ programmer, same, I want to write 35 lines of code. C++ programmer also want to know what 35 lines of code he will write, more or less similar to what between 30 to 35 lines of code he will write it. 35 lines of code he will write it. But you ask me the Python programmer, you ask me, I will do everything. I will do most of the things. You ask the Python programmer, he will say just 2 lines I will do. 2 lines. 2 lines of code it will be written. That 2 lines of code, how it is possible? With these 2 lines of code is possible with libraries. The first time you are getting the term called library, this less lines of code is possible. More lines of code is, they are also using libraries. But they are able to write this much of lines of code. Writing more lines of code, definitely a complex. Writing more lines of code is definitely a complex. Writing more lines of code, dear students, I am writing one comment here. Writing more lines of code is definitely complex. Definitely hard for the programmer. Definitely hard for the programmer. And writing less lines of code is definitely an advantage for the programmer. Writing more lines of code is definitely a burden for the programmer. Writing less lines of code is definitely an advantage for the programmer. So, whereas in Python, you see how many lines of code. Writing more lines of code is definitely a complex or hard for the programmer. Definitely, as on today, if you take it, programming, writing the code from our side means it's a fear for the student. It's an open secret. All of you know. They may understand that point of time. Tomorrow they will forget the logic. Why we are not getting jobs? Only because of logic building skills are not there, plus problem solving skills are not there. Buttifying, that will not survive in the software industry. That is only one thing which I can say. Writing less lines of code. I'm writing one ultimate sentence here. Writing less lines of code. Writing less lines of code is only possible by learning libraries. Dear students, learning by what? Libraries. So the word library is the greatest terminology which we are using in the software industry. It is also called as what? Batteries. We will also call it as a Python terminology is called what? Batteries. Batteries will give you what? Energy that will be supplied. For writing what? Less lines of code. Writing less lines of code is only possible by learning what? Libraries. Officially, these libraries are known as what? APIs. We can call APIs. Dear students, let me show you all of a sudden how these 2 lines of code is possible, sir. Let us feel that, yes, we will do. Definitely we will achieve the goal. That type of clarity, let me provide for you. 2 lines of code. Sir, how it is possible? Please show me one library. In Python, dear students, look at that. In Python, we have a library. That library is officially called as what? I'm giving the clarity here. So this library officially called as what in our Python programming? Officially called as what? API. So definitely people will ask you what is API. You are already ready to tell the full form. You are ready to tell the full form, but I don't want any full form. Anybody says full form, of course you don't feel it, they are waste. Because even an LKG student also, UKG student also, even 5th class student also can tell the full forms. But after our graduation is over, after our engineering is over, still we are able to say full forms. What we have to understand, you only decide. You are the best judge to decide what is our career. So the full form for the people who are expecting full form, I'm writing application programming interface. Application programming interface. Just I'm saying to you. So application programming interface is one of the full form. Sir, what is the exact definition of API? An API is a collection of, now I'm going to give the clarity here. An API is a collection of 3 things that you have to remember from today. Number 1 is called what? Data members, which I will explain in the class like anything. That is nothing but what? Variables. So variables means don't think like that our classroom C language variables are C++ variables, because I'm giving some separate clarity for you. API is a collection of data members. Or I will go in detail. If you want to go in detail, I will go something like this. And you don't worry about this part. I will give you something like in detail. I will give you in the perfect division. I will go for it. An API is a collection of. Because if I want to go in detail, I will supply this type of information. An API is a collection of modules. If you know little knowledge about the C programming, C language library is a collection of header files. A header file is a collection of predefined functions. Here, I will go for the module here. A module is a collection of 3 things, dear students. One is called what? Data members. I will show you that. Data members. Next is called what? It is called what? Functions, which is going to have a biggest discussion in my class. Right now, don't worry about it. Next, it is going to be a collection of what? Classes. What exactly data member, what exactly functions, what exactly classes, we are going to talk about from our side. So learning API is nothing but what? Learning about its modules we need to learn. How many modules I will explain in my class, you can't imagine. This is the success story of our classes. More number of modules you learn, more libraries you are learning in the class. Without learning libraries, we can't write the code in less number of lines of code. Right? Learning programming language is nothing but becoming an expert in where? Libraries. At present, I told you, I want to generate a calendar for a particular month and a particular year, and then I want to write this code. If you want to write your own code, definitely you will feel a lot of difficulty. That's why we will use one of the module. The name of the module is called what? Calendar module. See the name itself, calendar module. It is the name of the module. In the calendar module, there is one type of function is there. The name of the function is called what? Month. It will take year, it will take a month, it will take year, and it will take month. Best example, in our mobile you take it. You can view month wise, you can view year wise also. Let me show you this part so that you will feel how easy you will feel regarding the Python, and how easily you will feel about the Python. It is going to be difficult and easy. You only will decide. For my dear students, learning Python and writing the less lines of code is only possible because of reusing the libraries. Reusability is the terminology I am using. What are you reusing? We are reusing the code of predefined libraries. Okay, before going to show you that requirement, I want to say one more thing. Suppose you take an example. Some person, you are there. You called one electrician to your home to do some electrical work. So he came without anything and he came and met with you and you shown the work to be done in your home. And he said, sir, tomorrow I will come. Today I did not bring his toolkit. I did not bring his toolkit. See the word which he is using. I did not bring my toolkit. Tomorrow I will bring it. What is this toolkit? Toolkit is a library for an electrician. He will do the work very easily because he is having his own tools. He is having his own weapon, equipments to do that. You call one builder to construct your house. He will come with his tools. You call a doctor. You call a doctor, you take it. He will have the toolkit called what? Medicines. Medicines is his toolkit. Without medicines knowledge, he cannot do anything. Is the medicines are prepared by the doctor on the spot? Dear students, come on. Is the medicines are prescribed by the doctor on the spot? Yes, please. No. So what doctor is doing? Doctor is prescribing. Doctor is prescribing the medicines which is already there. So medicines are nothing but one type of libraries or not? One type of libraries. One type of libraries is called one type of what? APIs. So the doctor is doing what? Reusing the medicines which is already there. As a software engineer, you tell me, as a software engineer, what you will do? What is your toolkit? Your toolkit is called API. Your assets are called API. Without API, you can't do anything. Now you tell me immediately, the language which provides more API, the language which provides more API, more libraries, you feel easy to write the code or difficult to write the code? You feel easy to write the code or difficult to write the code? Everybody, easy to write the code. That time I will feel the language is easy or difficult. That time I will feel the language is easy or difficult. Yes, that time I feel the language is easy or difficult. Easy. Let me show you. Let me show you this small. This a small explanation. This a small code also I will show you. Okay. Now I will execute my Python first statement. I am going to execute. Dear student, already I installed Python software into my machine. Already I installed Python software into my machine, and you are already aware of it. Python P and then Python 3.9. Dear students, all of you, Python 3.9 we installed in the class. 3.9, there are two things. I will show you the number of approaches. All these things I will explain in detail for you. In detail I will explain. Now I'm going to enter into the command prompt. Python command prompt, interactive mode we can call. These things I will show in depth for you. So command prompt is open. This is a Python command prompt. Dear students, carefully observe it. The Python 3.9.6 is the version. If you just want, I will just go for increasing little bigger font. I will take something like this. So dear students, look at that. Now I want to show you Python 3.9. This is called a Python command prompt we can call. See that? Now I'm writing directly. See how easy. And you don't worry about the statements. These statements I'm explaining in detail. These points are making you to build the confidence in your mind that Python is a dead easy programming language. Python is not a difficult programming language at all. Now see, now I'm writing. Now I'm writing import. One statement I'm writing. Why I'm writing? For example, you see, directly I'm writing print. Directly I'm writing, and you don't worry about it. Without any explanation, I'm just writing. Today I'm showing only outputs for you. How to write the statements, I will take care in the class. Calendar. Directly I'm using dot month of something like 2021, and this is called which month? This is called 7th month, for example. 7th month. Month is a function inside of the calendar module. 2021 and 7 I am passing. Just calendar module is not found, it is saying. Like that, it indicates that what? You did not import the calendar module. In our C language, whenever I use sqrt function, it is going to say immediately an error. SQRT function require the header file. Like that, we need to import. That's why I did not. Now I will import. Import. See, import. What is import? I will give you 7 varieties of 7 varieties of explanations for it. Import the calendar. Now you see. Now you see. I wrote import the calendar. 2 lines of code. I said 2 lines. First line, second line. See that now? See the answer of it? Now I got it. July 2021, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. I got the calendar month. How many lines? 2 lines of code I wrote. You want one more line. 1947, 1947, our freedom fighting year. And then 8th month, August month. And what is the day? Freedom, 1947, August 15th. I got the freedom on Friday. See guys, whichever year you want, whichever month you want, like that I'm going to show you so many things. Here what I am doing, I am reusing my predefined services. I am reusing my predefined services. Dear students, it's not only 1 month it is providing, it can provide the complete year also. Complete year also. Let me print the complete year calendar, calendar. Now I am writing here 2021, 2021, 2021. Present calendar I want. Present calendar I want. Calendar year. I want to calendar year. Now you see. Now you see why I am showing this without any explaining any statement, syntaxes and all, because I want to give you the confidence that anything you can do in Python, provided if you know the libraries. If you don't know the libraries, we are learning Python. Some of the students are learning Python this side and that side, fast track, super fast track, etc. And they don't know any modules. It is nothing but what? MBBS completed, don't know any medicines. He is wasted. Now see, press enter key. Now you see guys how it is coming. How it is coming, this entire thing. Now it is showing to you something like, now I'll just try to give some small space. Now it is going to give you all the months are coming here. What are the months here? 2021. It is going to give you all the months here. So all the months are coming. 2021, January month, February month. Next, if you come down, April month, and then all these things are coming here. All these months are coming here. August, September, etc. December month is also there. I hope that this entire thing is coming. Dear students, you tell me, learning Python is easy or difficult? Just for a minute, I am asking. And by just going for one thing, am I writing the code on our own? Am I reusing the libraries? Come on, fast, quickly. I want to know what I'm doing. Reusing the APIs. Definitely, what is an API? An API is a collection of modules. What is the definition of module? A module is a collection of what? Data members, functions. I used one function now. 1 month function I used it. What is the use of it? You have seen just now. I will explain in detail about the calendar. We will just play football like anything with all these modules. Okay. And one more requirement, let me make it. Let me make it one more requirement. Because if I show you this like this, you will get the high-end confidence to understand the programming like anything. Without knowing the programming, we can't get any kind of services. Next, I want to calculate square root of a negative number. Of course, this is negative number. Just for a minute, you just analyze this skill. It is a challenging task for any student in the class who is present here. How do you do it in C language? How do you do it in C language? And don't tell that SQRT function, sir. If anybody says that, before that, you think about it, because you are speaking with the programmer. You are speaking with an industry programmer, industry and expert in Python. In C programming, if I take in C programming, you may be using, yeah, dear students, our administrators has given a message. Dear students, please complete your payment process. If any doubts, contact to our admins, and through WhatsApp, the numbers are there in front of you. The numbers are there in front of you. Mr. Srikanth, Mr. Ramesh, both of them has given the numbers. You please contact them and try to go for that registration process. You try to complete. Okay. Please take care about it, because the link will be changing. The link will be changing very soon, and try to go for the payment details and the registration process. Dear students, coming to the point of it, in C programming, how to do it? Can anybody can say? Anybody can say, and nobody can say complex calculating the negative number. You may be calculating positive number by calling with what? Header file called math.sqrt, math.sqrt. For example, 25. If you say minus 25, you will get error. What is that error? Not a number. NaN. You will get it, which represents not a number. Not a number. Not a number. I'm writing just like a full form matching related. Not n. First n. A n. Not a number. Then how do you calculate in C programming? It's out. We don't have any library in C language to calculate the negative number. See that C++ also same. C++ also same. We will use the same, and we will use the same answer. Same answer will be coming, and it is unable to calculate. In Java, including Java programming also, you take it same, same, and we are going to get a same answer will be coming there also. Same answer will be coming there also. Then in Python, this type of problem is addressed very perfectly. This type of problem is addressed very perfectly. For example, in Python programming, how do you write it? Just these are all called samples for you. These are all called samples for you. In Python programming, we have a module called, we have a module called what? CMath. CMath. I'm saying that, let me write in different color. CMath stands for complex math. Complex math. That means in Python programming, complex numbers plays an important role, which we have studied in our school days. Complex numbers, which I will explain like anything about the importance of complex numbers in our class. We will explain the complex numbers importance like anything in the class. I'm writing. See, in that module, there is a function called sqrt function is there. How you can call it? I will call it as what? CMath dot sqrt of, I'm writing minus 25. I will write minus 25. How this is going to give you? This will give you the result as, minus, this will give you the result as 5j. Answer is 5j, where j is a complex number. J represents square root of -1. I will explain the complex number concept like anything for you. Let me show you this process. In C programming, if you do, it is not possible to do it. In Java, not possible to do the negative numbers. If you are able to do it, you let me know. Even after 10 days also, 20 days also, no problem. But in our Python, we can do everything with the predefined libraries. If I come to my Python window, if I come to my Python environment, and see guys, I can go for, what is that now? Import CMath. CMath I am taking, and then print immediately, print CMath data sqrt of minus 25. I got 5j. We have a normal math also. Normal math module is there. Math module, normal mathematical functions. Complex mathematical functions are there in this module. Here we are having normal mathematical functions. Print of math, sheet math, normal math, sqrt of minus 25. You will get a domain error. Mathematical domain error. It is not a normal number. It is a complex number. Normal numbers cannot be calculated from math with what? Math module. CMath module we use it. In this module, there is one more thing I want to print it. sqrt of 25 you can pass. Happy you can pass it. 5.0. Next, I will write math of POW of power function I am going to talk. So 25 square, you will be getting 625 power function. All functions are there in the module. One data member also, let me show you. Pi is called one variable inside of math. Pi is nothing but what? 22 by 7. And see the result of it, 3.14 like this. 2.14 like this. Next is called what? Next is called what, you know? Next is called what, you know? Logarithm of E. E is called one variable, 2.718, etc. I want to take accurate value. I want to take accurate value. Come on to the point. To go for accurate value, we are going for this type of information. Dear students, I hope that I want to generate OTP. I want to generate OTP, for example. Like that, if I go on taking the requirement, I want to generate OTPs. How to write a code for OTP? For example, I want to generate OTP. 4-digit number I want to go for it. 4-digit OTP I want. 4-digit OTP. I want to go for 5-digit OTP. Whatever the digit OTP you want for security purpose or transactions purpose, I want OTPs. When I want to go for OTPs, if I take Java, minimum I need to write 10 lines of code. 10 lines of code compulsory. If it is a C programming, compulsory I write 20 lines of code. Like that, many lines of code will make you to feel complex. When you come to Python programming, it will take just only 2 lines of code in Python. How it is possible? There is one type of module is called what? Random module. In the random module, statistical functions are there, probability functions are there. All types of functions we use it, and with that we are going to solve the industry based applications. So learning Python, lot of people can learn, but are they able to do the Python fragments related applications? Absolutely no. Because I've seen a lot of people in my Java expertism from last 23 years, and from the past 8 years onwards, I'm seeing the Java Python people also. Because after learning Python from somewhere, and again they will learn Python, then only they are getting the jobs. Of course, don't feel that I am not boasting. It is a simple word which I am saying from my side, because just it is like a coding expertise class. KVR classes are nothing but just meant for coding and then library discussion like anything. Because my real-time exposure is requiring only libraries will make you perfect. Dear students, first factor, Python is one of the simple programming language because of 3 important technical factors. What is the first technical factor I just want to tell you? Python programming provides rich set of I'm using the word, one technical word, provides a rich set of APIs. Rich set of APIs. Oh, so what? Who need to tell APIs? Teacher has to tell. Teacher has to tell, because student don't know which API is for what purpose. Actually, a patient don't know which tablet to use. That's why we are going to the doctor. And the doctor will make them to, if he's a powerful doctor, he will suggest suitable tablets. Otherwise, he will suggest side effect related kind of. Student and teacher is also like that. And the teacher has to give the total APIs knowledge. So student will come up like anything, because everything depends on the teacher only. If teacher is not trained well, student also will go like that only. So I'm saying that Python programming provides rich set of API, so that Python programmer can reuse the predefined code, from APIs, and build and develops the real-time applications. Fine. So without knowing APIs, we can't move a single leg, single centimeter, single inch before that. And don't learn anything you learn on the board conceptually. Let us expect immediately programmatically. Yes, my dear Prajwal, APIs are nothing but a libraries. I told already here, you need to have the clarity in my explanation. Here only you see libraries, arrow, APIs. I already told you here only in my explanation. Because of my expertism in the teaching, micro level doubts, nano level doubts are clearly addressed to every student. If you carefully follow, my class is the best oxygen and immunity power for your career. Right? Everything will be addressed with the highest programming level. I'll make you as a hero in the programming. That's my specialty of the class. Right, Ma? Thank you. And don't feel that sorry is boosting, because you observe it. You observe it. Every doubt of yours will be addressed in my class. Without you are asking, my doubt will touch your heart. Your doubt related answer will touch your heart. That's my expertise. When I'm making this statement means I have to maintain this statement until the last day of it. Same power of communication will be continued, same power of explanation to be continued until the last day of our Python class. So develops a real-time application. Now I want to give you immediately definition of API. Definition of API I want to give you. What is the definition of API? I want to give you application programming interface, because some of our people will feel more happy when SAR says full forms. But when my SAR says full form, I will feel it is a waste person. Waste, really waste. Who asked you? Who of you will ask you full forms? Who will ask full forms to us? If anybody says full form, I never take in an interview to that candidate. But unfortunately, our education system becomes that. What is OS? Operating system. Oh, great candidate. What is www? World Wide Web. Oh, super candidate. What is HTTP? Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Ah, extraordinary candidate. They're all called waste people. And of course, don't worry. As a student, when I am as a student, we know only full forms. Because as an industry programmer, I'm telling to you, don't learn full forms. Learn full form. Okay, you learn it for funny purpose. But when any person is asking in interview, you explain it what it is. You explain it what it is. It is my advice for you. What is an API? Dear students, I'm asking. What is an API? An API is a collection of, come on, ma, dear students. An API is a collection of, yes, I'm expecting from everybody. Come on, ma. An API is a collection of, yes, collection of excellent modules. Modules. Collection of, don't worry about modules. Dear student, you can't expect my Python expertise on how to create the modules from our side, how to use the predefined modules, because I'm preparing the libraries to our projects. How to prepare the libraries to our projects? Of course, I don't want to say we created a library with our efforts, with our techniques. How can I use it in my Python software? In this Python software window, I want to use my own module. It is as good as similar to what we don't know. In C language, we don't know how to develop our own header files. It's one of the sad part. But here in my class, it's not like that. It's a collection of modules. Sir, what is a module? Module is nothing but your assets of your life in the software industry. Here I will give you a module is a collection of, a module is a collection of, I'm writing variables. We also call it as a data members. Actually, I want to call it as a data members. What are the data members you have observed in our class? Math module you take it. Math module you take it. In that pi, 22/7 is called a pi. E, logarithm of E, that are called a data members. Some people can call it as a variables also. No problem. Variables also. Comma, functions they are called. Okay, I will write separately. Module, data members, comma, functions, comma, functions and classes. What is the classes, ma? Don't worry. Very shortly, we are entering into the programmatically one by one. I will explain to you. And the last and final statement. You please tell me. API is an official name of library of C language. In C language, we call it as a library. In our Python, officially we call it as an API. Even in our Java, we call it as an API. Even in our .NET, we call it as an API because they renamed the official name. Some modern terminology they created. Fine. So more API. Last and final question. Examples are what? Examples of some modules. Examples of some modules. What are the modules which you have seen in my class? Don't worry about it. In detail, modules explanation I will give you. What are the module names you have seen? Just to spell out. Don't sit quiet and calm. Try to have a communication. Number one, calendar. And spelling is also very important. By mistake, you don't write calendar DER. It is called a calendar. Spellings also very, very important. Next is called what? C math. Next is called what? Math. It is called math module. Next is called what? Next is called what? Random module. I told random module. Now, with our modules of Python, how to shut down the system, how to shut down the system, how to start up the system, how to convert the text into speech. These are all called modules only, etc. So many number of modules we are going to discuss. So modules makes our coding easy or difficult. Modules makes our coding easy or difficult. Yes, guys, all of you. Modules makes our coding easy or difficult. Very nice. Once you know more modules, do you feel Python is simple or difficult? Do you know Python is simple or difficult? Yes, sir. Simple. So are you understanding the meaning of simple in the class? Are you understanding the meaning of simple in the class? Yes. What is the definition you got today in the class? What is the definition we got today in the class? During this discussion, you have seen the definition of API. Definition of API. You got the definition of API and you got the definition of module also. Will you remember this, both the definitions? And we should not forget this part at all. Okay, right. Let me go to the B point I'm going to talk about. B point. B point also I'm going to talk about. Okay, guys, shall we write? Last and final reminder for all of you. And once again, this message is preserved with you. Our Srikanth sir and then Ramesh sir, both of them are administrators. They gave the numbers for you and then preserve it and try to go for the registration process, because soon the link changes, it's a problem for you. And then we are intimating for you people and try to take care. Okay, so don't wait up to the doors are closed and until up to the last minute or last second and try to do the things. So because we are entering into the programmatic terms started very shortly, we are entering into that. Okay, next let me enter into the one more discussion. Python programming provides one more important word I'm going to talk. Python programming provides one more very, very powerful word. Python programming provides inbuilt facility called garbage collector. Wonderful facility, which I'm going to show you programmatically in the class. Garbage collector. Sir, what is this garbage collector is? What is this garbage collector is? Actually, garbage collector says, suppose you are allocating the memory space for 1000 locations you allocated, 1000 bytes of memory space you allocated. Let me give you some small awareness. You allocated because of lack of experience or because of some intention. We have allocated 1000 bytes of memory space. 1000 bytes of memory space. Carefully listen. Anything you listen carefully. Even though you are a non-technical student, not an issue. Even the technical students, if I take one technical student, they don't know anything except the full forms, and you don't feel it. Because even I am also part of you. When I was a student, we are all equal. But after you, since I am going to have more experience than you, I am saying my experiences, what are happening in industry. And in the beginning only, you don't come to that level of full forms. That is my advice, early advice to you. If you come out of that part, and we will be the number one person you are. And the beginning only, you will be the number one person. Right. 1000 bytes we have allocated. And out of 1000 bytes, because of your requirement, you have allocated 1000 bytes. You felt that 1000 bytes you require. But later we used, we are using only 100 bytes of data. 100 bytes of data we are using. 100 bytes of memory space we are using. This is called used. Under used, this is. How many are unused locations? With this explanation, how many are unused locations? This is the Python program counting I'm giving. 900 locations are 900 bytes of locations are unused memory space it is. This is called unreferenced memory space. Unreferenced memory space this is. Unreferenced memory space this is. Unreferenced memory space means what? We are not in use, we are not using, but we allocated. We allocated. Then this is our program. Our regular Python program is doing. Our regular Python program. This is what you have written. Regular Python program this is. So the regular Python program, this is a statement you have written. Allocated some more space, allocated some space, maybe in different forms, how to allocate the memory space, how to deal with it. I'm going to deal with the garbage collection. Dear students, you want to see one proof? I will show you in my class how the garbage collection is done. How the garbage collection is done. So coming to the garbage collector, in that there is a lot of GC module is there. GC module. How the GC module is going to work out? There is a lot of discussion behind that. There is a lot of discussion behind that. In the programmatically, I am going to show you in the class too. Yeah, please come on to the point. Our regular program, this is the 1000 bytes allocated. 100 bytes only using 900 bytes are unreferenced memory space. We felt that it is a waste of memory space. It is a waste of memory space. Memory space. And once the waste of memory space is coming, it reflects on the performance of your application. It reflects on the performance of your application. It reflects on the performance of your application. Performance is gradually reducing like anything. Unnecessarily, you are holding the memory space. It takes a lot of time to maintain that unused memory space. So how can I come up? How can I come up? In the background of your Python program, dear students, in the background of your Python program, regularly an inbuilt program is running that is called a garbage collector program. That garbage collector program will check in the background process how much is allocated, how much is using, how much is unused. That unused memory space will be removed automatically. There are different criteria out there. You take your mobiles, in your mobile, when you make a call, whether you know this software process or not, I don't know. When you make a call, lot of files are temporarily generated. They are automatically removed when your call is ending. For every 6 hours of thing, one application is running behind of it. For every 24 hours in midnight, one application is running, which will clear all the temporary files and temporary space, everything will be removed. And the next day, your device will be made as ready to perform very well. Am I clear? Am I clear, guys? Are you at least getting right? So what I'm trying to say is garbage collector, is it useful to eliminate the unused memory space automatically or not? Tell me, are you writing any special code for eliminating this waste of memory space? Are you writing any special code for eliminating this waste of memory space? Yes, please. Come on. We are not writing any special program for eliminating this waste of memory space. Who will collect that? Who will remove that waste of memory space? Who will remove? Garbage collector will remove that kind of waste of memory space. Is it improving the performance of our Java-based applications or not? Is it improving the performance of our Java-based applications or not? Yes. So technically, Python is a simple language or a difficult language. If I ask you, write your own program which will eliminate the waste of memory space, definitely which is a so complex for us. Dear students, now I am asking, Python programming provides garbage collector so that garbage collector collects which memory space? Unused memory space. So that garbage collector collects unused memory space. Dear students, unused memory space, and improves the performance of Python based applications. It is available in all modern programming languages. Even in Java also, garbage collector is there. Even in .NET also, garbage collector is there. Improves the performance of Python based applications. Python based application. How can I disable the garbage collector? How can I enable the garbage collector? I'm going to show in the class. A discussion will be done on the Python garbage collector. A separate discussion for 4 hours on garbage collector. So here I am getting a second definition of garbage collector, dear students, because in interview point of view, these questions will come. Because very frequently, I'm going to give you what questions will come, how to answer it. Even though I explained in my sentence format, I want to give you especially the definition of garbage collector. A garbage collector is one of the inbuilt background Python program, background program in Python software, which is running. I'm writing, which is running in the background, which is running behind the Python program, behind of regular Python program, which I'm showing that code in the class. I will write a sum of two numbers program, or some product of two numbers program, or sorting of some hundreds of numbers. Behind that, there is a garbage collector. I will show you that how many are there. Behind of regular Python program, and whose role is that to collect unused memory space, and improves the performance of Python based applications. This is a complete definition of what? Garbage collector. I hope this is clear for all of you. Dear students, am I clear about the definition of garbage collector? Am I clear about how the Python is simple? Are you getting convincing with the property called simple? Yes. And moreover, you see what are the new definitions you are getting, how the garbage collector is coming, how the APIs are coming. These things we are learning in the classroom in detail. And then C point, I will tell you in the next day. Tomorrow class, we are going to tell you this C point. 3 points I told you. Next C point, I will tell you in tomorrow. In tomorrow class, I will enter into the another 2 more features I will cover. So freeware and open source and dynamically typed programming language. Tomorrow's class I am entering, because tomorrow is the most powerful class. Don't miss it. And dear students, and please make your registration process so early as early as possible, because the link may be changing as early as possible. And don't feel because of this whole link is changing, because once the link is changing, you will be losing the content of regular. And we are already created regarding the notes. Some of the students are asking, those who are already paid, because most of them already paid, almost 75% over. And what I'm saying is, for the paid students, we are sending the notes very shortly in the Google Classroom Drive, where you are joining in the Google Classroom Drive. Our administrators will send you the details, or you send the details. They will send you the Google Classroom link after your payment is over, and you can access my notes. We are going to keep that notes there. Okay. And tomorrow class, today I completed 3 technical factors. I said first factor is over, second factor is also over, third factor I will tell you in the tomorrow's class. After the third factor is over, we will go to the second and third features. We'll go for it. This is an extraordinary concept, Ma. It's an extraordinary concept. Please don't miss tomorrow class. And the last and final, once again the message has come. Please take care about this type of things. And this course will be 2.5 months. 10 days are that side or this side, plus or minus, because we are entering into the detailed discussion, and then we are seeing the detailed coding part. Don't learn any course, a 10 days course, 15 days course, weekend courses. Don't have such type of things. Learn complete programming from my class, right? So the numbers are there, and which is available with you, and reserve it. For anything is concerned other than the subject, contact our administrators. Already numbers are there with you. Please take care. Those numbers are already there in front of you. Please take care by yourself. So tomorrow sharp 7 o'clock, you will join in the class to move forward. Right? Thank you. So any doubts you have, you can just generate. And tomorrow's class will go for second and third. Don't miss the class. And tell to the friends, still anybody is waiting for learning Python, tell them so that they can also learn the class. Fine. So any doubts are there? For 10 minutes, I'll clarify your doubts. Biswajit, contact to our administrators, ma. Contact to our administrators. Except subject, except your doubts. Rest of the things you please contact to our administrator. Chandrasekhar, please contact in the office. Please contact our administrators. Okay, please. Veerabhadra, Veerabhadram, you please contact to the numbers I gave you. No? That's why we gave the numbers for payment details, for registration process. You please contact our admins. Admins are ready. They will reply to you through WhatsApp. You send a message. They will see you. Some messages are there on the screen, and don't wait for until the link is changing. So please go for the process of registration. Subject is started now. Still any friends are there, make them to join in the class. Let them attend the classes. Harshit, please contact to the office. So regarding except the subject, any other doubts are there, contact to the office. Yeah, some student, GOK, some name GOK, I did not see the complete name, Amma. Complete name I did not see. Gokul, please contact our administrator. That is our WhatsApp number already there. Gokul, already number is there, na? Already number is there with you. Already number is there. Please contact them. Sunil Kumar, calculating power of 25. 25, no. 25,2. Power means what? X to the power of n. You need to pass two values. You need to pass two values. I passed two values here. 25,2. Only 25 you will get error. You have to import math module. You have to import math module. Any module you want to use, you have to import the module compulsory. Otherwise, you cannot get it. Sunil Kumar, please note this point. Mayur, I'm telling to you, dear Mayur, I'm telling to you, you will get everything with a very perfectly you will understand. If any doubts are there, I'm still waiting after the class. Na? Perfectly you are understanding. Mayur, I'm telling to you, you write on the top of the page. Sir said that 100% all the doubts which you have in your brain will be clarified with the SAR explanation. Sir said this word. You write on the top of your page. Provided if you read the notes daily, if you practice my practical sessions, if you attend the classes regularly, all the doubts will be clarified like anything. Clarified like anything. I'm telling to you, Mayur. It's one of the word I'm saying. You can write on the top of the page, because that my 23 years of experience will make the students to get that only. Without a doubt, you can get the subject like anything. That is the one of the challenging task. You take it, and I will also take like that. Like that, I will give a crystal clarity explanation for you. Okay, right. Srikanth, if you go to a startup company, for example, if IDs are not there, what you will do? What you will do, Srikanth? So, suppose you are a doctor and you are asking, suppose you are a software engineer, no doubt in that. So, doctor need to have something in the brain. Then only IDs can do anything or something else. So, IDs cannot do on its own. First of all, we need to know functions. So, completely depending on IDs is not good. That is my expertism says. That is my expertism says. If you ask ID, you tell me where is the power of 25,2 is available. Will the ID will tell immediately for you, right? So it's not a good for a learner, for a practitioner. You need to learn perfectly all the things from your side. When we come to that level, I will show you how to get it automatically. Yeah, 100%. Biswajit, it's my property, it's my property. Till the end of the 10 o'clock, you attend my 8 o'clock night. Till 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, once you attend at 8 p.m. you attend. Whatever the clarification I'm giving at morning 7, Same clarification, even in the night 9 a.m. I am having the clarification. It's not only today, from the last 23 years. 3 years you remove, from the last 20 years, it's my practice, it's my passion of taking the classes of the subjects like Java and Python. Viswajit, thank you. Right. You can do it, Biswajit, you can do it. But wait until I am going to show you in the, until I am going to show you in that. You can do it, no issue at all. You can happily continue, no problem. Biswajit, you can continue. Shinu, I told you just now, library is nothing but an API. API is a collection of modules. Okay. So don't go to a normal level of explanation. What people says, if anybody says library and modules are same, that is their bad luck. And that is their bad luck. And we cannot go for that type of low level explanation. And we don't want to mesmerize the students. What is there in the PSF, Python Software Foundation? We have to learn that terminology only. We cannot add our own spicy and make our food as a poisonous food. We want to make the people to be energetic with the terminology of the subject. We cannot add our own thing. Library is a collection of modules. A module is a collection of variables. Library and modules are not one and the same. I told you, within the library, our modules are there. I told already in the class, don't get such type of simple doubts. Right. Mayur, no, Mayur, no. These are already ongoing batches which are already full. That batches are going on, that are in the middle of the batches which are already going on in the evening time. They are already going on now. If any such things are there, you will get the message. If any new batches will start, you will get the message. Okay. If any such the batches starts, you will get the message. Anything else? Any more doubts? Biswajit, this is only for batch 1 or 2 days. This timing will be followed 7 to 8:15 or 8:20 like that. After that, 1 or 2 days after that, it will be continued for 7 to 9, 7 to 8:45. 7 to 8:45, 1 hour 40 minutes minimum class will be continuing. Because it's a beginning days now. You are the beginning students for me now. That's why we are going to slowly increase our timings once this complete registrations are over. Biswajit, yes. Okay, ma, Mayur, no problem. Mayur, no problem. When it is starting in the evening time, you will get the mail compulsory. You just put your details in the office, you will get the details when anything starts in the evening. Right. Okay, Divakar, thank you, ma. Thank you for your compliments. Yeah. Any more doubts? So do the registration process as early as possible. Don't wait until the link is changing, and don't wait up to the last minute and last second to close the doors. Sunil Kumar, happily you can do it, ma. Happily we can do. I will tell in the class. The coding which is going to start very shortly. That time I will show you how to do it. Anything else? Okay, right. Anything else? If you have, you can send me. I will answer it related to the subject. related to the registration process, fees, payment details, and all other kind of queries, you can contact to our administrators. Numbers are already scrolled. Numbers are already shared to you, and the contact to that numbers with what through WhatsApp, they will reply to you. Any more things? Yeah, once again, the numbers are there with you. Last and final. If anybody don't have the numbers, last and final, it is shared with you. Try to. Ramu, what you are saying, ma? Sir, I'm in English PS, sir. English PS. English PS. PS means English. English, you are poor. No problem. No problem. Who is perfect in English? You tell me. You take our Indians, 92%, 95% of the people don't know English, including me also. Because we don't follow complete grammar. We don't follow. We read grammar, but we don't use the grammar properly. So don't think that what you need to express properly. One of the luckiest part for that is practically you are showing everything now. If anybody says I'm most perfect in English, means they are just making something fools. So 95% of the people, our Indians, even though we are English medium from the beginning, we don't know English properly. 100% that is. Okay. And don't feel like that. Even though you are a Telugu medium student, you can understand very easily in my class. Very easily you can understand. And psychologically, if you feel like that, we can't move forward. You have to say, yes, I can do well. First few days you understand. Later, third day onwards, you will try to speak small sentences. You will become perfect. How many days you will feel that I am not good in English? So don't have that psychological feeling. You will become perfect. Okay? Don't have that type of feeling of it. Come out of it. Yes. So Sharat Chandra, for that you contact our administrators. Please contact. You have we shared our numbers now. Contact our administrators. They will give you that. 100% they will give you. Don't worry. They will give you. Now only you contact. Say the same thing what you said to me. You contact to them. Now only they will give you. Sharat Chandra. Contact to them. Okay? Fine. Right. Thank you. Good day. Tomorrow, sharp 7 a.m., we will meet in the class. Good day.